What's up, all my devil dogs? It's your boy, Sean Ollie, Strength Course on Fireside. I'm not gonna lie, this is the third time I'm doing this video. I just recorded it, and guess what? The mic was off. Sound familiar? I need to get better at that. But anyways, another Sunday, another Q&A. So I'm gonna try and answer these questions. I'm gonna try and make it quick. I'm gonna try and do 60 seconds per question. All right, but I'm gonna try and answer it as best as I can, all right? So without further ado, let's start off. First question comes from Mr. Jason Valencia. Hey man, trying to lose weight and make gains. What's the best way to go? Now, Jason has been on and off from the gym for 4 years, and he's been consistent the last couple months. Best 2 tips I can give you, Jason. 1, stay consistent. Being an on again, off again gym person, or somebody in fitness in general. You know, you can't go to the gym for 2 months, then take 2 months off, go again for 2 months, and then take 2 months off. All right, you're not gonna see the progress you wanna see because you're not being consistent enough. You know, if you go 6 months straight instead of 2 months, you're gonna notice a big difference, okay? So definitely be consistent, man. Do not be an on again, off again person, okay? My second tip would have to be, make sure you're constantly adding weight to the bar, eating a good solid diet, you know, getting enough calories so you're gaining a little bit of weight, not too much, not too quick, and just hit it hard, man. Train hard, eat hard, you know what I mean, and stay consistent, man. Do not be an on again, off again person. That's the best advice I got for you, man. Thanks for your question. Second question comes from Ivan Gomez. I think it's Gomez. It's just GMZ. I'm just gonna guess Gomez. He pretty much asked me if I think fasted cardio is a good idea. And what kind of supplements he thinks I should, or that I think he should take. I'm not the biggest fan of supplements. I like the ones backed by science. I've said that many times before. I like creatine, beta-alanine, protein powders. I'll use yohimbine. I'll mess with a fat burner, pre-workout. I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't think any of that stuff is needed. Maybe protein, because a lot of people have an issue hitting their protein numbers. And buying it in powder is a little bit cheaper than buying, you know, meat, which is expensive as hell. So I would definitely say supplements, whatever, you know, whatever supplements you like, then go ahead and take them, but nothing in specific. I mean, you can do without supplements, to be honest with you. I know somebody, if I ever get my own supplement line, like years from now, if this channel ever, you know, actually gets big, somebody's like, oh, you said you don't even need supplements. Yeah, but I said you can also take them if you like them, if they're backed by science. Remember that, all right? Anyways, fasted cardio versus unfasted cardio, personal preference. I mean, I've done research on it. I think the only benefit to fasted cardio, in my opinion, is if you're taking something like yohimbine, where it only works in the absence of insulin in your bloodstream, which happens when you're fasted. Okay, so if you're taking a supplement like that that requires you to be fasted, then I think it's beneficial. Other than that, I think it's up to personal preference. Just keep doing your thing and make sure you're hitting that calorie deficit. That's all that matters. Thanks for your question, Ivan. Next question comes from Kane Cornett. I'm just under 140, wants to beef up and gain weight quick, like 2 months quick. What are my tips? Okay, my tips are this. You're not gonna see very big gains in 2 months. As a beginner, you might see a good significant change, but don't expect to see a year's worth of gains in 2 months, you know, unless, you know what I'm saying, you hop on some shit, you know what I mean, which I don't condone. This is a natural channel. I support natural bodybuilding, natural fitness goals and things like that. But hey, if you're on anabolics, man, you're still welcome to the channel. You can still be a devil dog, you know what I'm saying? We don't discriminate here. But I would say this, man, in 2 months, you need to be hitting it hard. Hit the weights hard, train hard, eat big, you know what I mean? But eat good food. Don't just go out and eat a whole bunch of Papa John's and freaking, you know, Chinese buffets and, you know, all that crap, you know what I mean? Have good solid food, just have a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe buy you a mass gainer if you don't have the appetite for it. And just try and make gains, not too quickly. If you're a smaller guy, so I would say try and gain maybe 3 to 4 pounds a month. And after a couple months, you'll have 8 pounds on you. If you start seeing that you're gaining a little more fat than you would like, cut back on some of the food, all right? You don't want to get too fat. In 2 months, you can make good gains, but don't expect phenomenal gains in just 2 months. This thing is it's a marathon, not a sprint, okay? So keep that in mind. Thanks for your question, man. Hopefully you make some gains, all right? Next question comes from Yazim Ben Slawi. He had a question last week, got another one this week. He pretty much wants to know, he wants to have a six-pack, get rid of his belly fat, you know, and still keep his muscles. Hey man, you can't spot reduce. You can't just lose fat from your stomach. Sorry to tell you that. Have a video on that. If you are interested in more about that, check that video out on my channel. I might link it on the screen, I might not. It just depends. I'm trying to get this video out to y'all real quick. I would definitely say keep lifting hard. Lift, I always say lift as if you're bulking. Try and hit as much weight as possible. If you can move up in weight, I've gotten stronger sometimes when I've cut. It's weird, but it happens sometimes on some exercises. Just always train like you're trying to get better. Never train like, oh, I'm cutting, let me cut it back. No, go as hard as you can, you know. Don't ever sacrifice intensity just because you're cutting. You know, the harder you train, the more muscle you're gonna retain. Okay, so do that. Make sure your diet is in check. Make sure you're losing about, I would say, a pound or two if you're a smaller guy, 2 to 3 pounds if you're a bigger guy per week. All right, and make sure that weight's going down and make sure you're seeing changes in your body. Okay, so that's my best suggestion I have for you. Or, you know, if you're having issues with that, you can always hire a coach who will get you right. Like your boy, just saying. I do offer online coaching. I'm coaching some of y'all out there. Y'all could be a testament to me. I know how to get y'all in shape. All right. So, hey, Mr. Ben Slawi, I hope you get your gains, man. All right. Last question comes from Maureen, good friend of mine on Facebook, who's gonna lose at Trivia Crack because I just be slaying motherfuckers on that game. But anyway, she pretty much has a friend who's trying to get into bodybuilding and wanted me to, you know, what tips could she give him? I would say this, if he's going into non-natural bodybuilding, I would say make sure he does his research, make sure that he knows what he's doing. If he's going to be, you know, taking any type of anabolics, make sure he knows what he's doing. Maybe hire a coach or a trainer who's familiar with things like that. And hey, best of luck to you, man. I can't really offer too much advice because I'm not really a big fan of unnatural bodybuilding, but hey, like I said, we support everybody here on my channel. Now, if he's going the long, glorious, grinded out life of natural bodybuilding, big tips, be patient, because as a natural bodybuilder, your gains are gonna be way slower. And also, time management, man. You're gonna still have to have a job. Bodybuilding does not have a lot of money in it. You're gonna probably wanna hire a trainer or a coach because you wanna make sure that your body, that you have the optimal split, the optimal training program, optimal macros, because as a natural, you want to make sure everything is on point, especially if you're competing. You're not competing, you can get away with, you know, fluctuating your macros a little bit if your training's not to the T. But if you're trying to compete and you're trying to beat other people, your shit better be on point. All right, so make sure that, you know, if you're going that route, that you know what you're doing as well. And hey, best of luck to you, man. Those are the questions for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below, or all my social media is right at the bottom of the screen. Hit your boy up, snap me, DM me on Instagram, tweet me on Twitter, or leave a post on the Facebook fan page, or hey, add me on Facebook as a friend, Sean B. Otley, okay, O-T-T-L-E-Y. All right, I might put it on the screen, might not, it just depends. All right. So if you guys got any questions, hit me up. I'm gonna try and do one of these at least once a week, no longer than 2 weeks will I go without having a Q&A for you guys, all right? Don't forget the orders, subscribe and share, like and comment. Till next time on my Devil Dogs, dismissed.